And it would have been mine if it hadn't been for those meddling kids.
Finish the shot. Change. The gun's dropping. As soon as you get to the top, I want the round firing.
All right, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we are at the Goon Fighter class day 1 in Phoenix. We're at Ben Avery. Basically, just gonna be working some 360-degree close quarter defense techniques. Pretty much just trying to get better overall, but we've got all our targets out there. They all have cardboard targets behind them, so we'll see how they look after the class. It's 2 days live fire, so after the second day, we'll take a closer look at the targets and see how they hold up. My gas station sunglasses, I got them at QT this morning.
You have this job and you have this job, because the one time something happens, he's going to the can and he's fixing the red dot battery site. So not only are we in a unique position, just that we're a little bit closer and that we're kind of thinking things through, but remember, I don't want you to like think things through as much. I just want you to get some good exposure to it so you can noodle it later. We already know the application of the environment we're in. That's the only reason why we're doing a little bit of staticness now, which is excellent. You need to use, and thank you for the targets, by the way, you need to use excellent targets like that. You need to use this and get a competence with your live fire. So what I'd like to do is I'm just going to demonstrate briefly a little bit of what we call the combat position. So I'll be like weapon side, and then we're going to get some people out and you're going to do an exposure of that. So I'm not going to walk by and go do like this. I'm going to say, give this a try. How was it? Better or worse? Worse. Try it this way now. Better or worse? Better. Try it this way now. Better. Or you get the idea, because you have to figure it out for you. But I'm going to guide you towards it. That's my job as a guide. All right? So what we're going to look to do is we're going to have, do you mind being my super friend here? So come up here. I'll be, this will be me, this will be you next time. So come on over here. But we're going to say aim the gun. So you're going to aim the gun. And if the gun is in my right hand, I'm going to try to aim with my, which eye? Right hand, left eye, left hand, right eye. So whatever your weapon side is, for a couple of you, that's your left side. So you're simply around the other side of the gun. Right? And so all I want you to do, really, I would rather this take place off paper or off target, because now as soon as we start shooting at something, everybody starts to worry about where the bullets are going in that. When I'm doing an academy and we have gone through lots of repetitions of gunfighting, the first time they shoot live rounds, which is like a third, if not further, through the academy, there is no target whatsoever. Second time they shoot, it's just watch that front sight come back down again. The first time is just feeling the recoil, because there's a little more on a 9 than there has been on an airsoft or a NLTA pistol or whatever. Third time, maybe we start with a target, that kind of thing, right? You're going to be able to shoot very easily, right? That you're just, where is tension coming from? Well, the gun floats, so we're all happy with that. We can easily adjust positions and still get accurate fire, right? There it is. There it is. And you can feel free to go body and head. Just watch the cross beam on that. Okay, so guys in the front, you're the number 1. Number 1, show me number 1s. And then number 2 is the partner. Okay, so number 1 in a moment. Number 1 is going to aim the gun. All right, brother. And now so we'll talk more about this. I just want you to shoot it in a minute. Where, if I may, the lats versus the small on you, muscles, right, on everyone. Pardon me. So all I want you to do is aim the gun, and I'm going to go, hey, can you see the sight when I block that eye?
Yes.
Can you see the sight when I block that eye?
No.
Absolutely not, no. And so then you just feel it float. There's no, don't worry about where it hits, all right?
Okay.
All right, so I'm happy when you guys are happy. This first group, this first string, on your own time, as many rounds as you like, a whole mag if you like, quick, slow, all that. Just get an exposure and we'll talk after. On your own time, fire. That gun floated there with better recoil control than on those slower rounds.
Right.
Did you notice that?
Yeah.
feel free to do that. We'll talk about it when we're in a group.
Okay.
Back to you. Press the gas. Good. That's probably the best shooting you've done so far. Can you see the sight? Can you not see the sight? Just like we did inside, right? Okay, yeah, I can. Okay, so now just have an exposure shooting a gun like that. But what you're gonna find very quickly, I'm sure of, is that you're actually starting to manage the felt recoil quite easily just due to your mass before we even dial it in. And so with yourself just being small of stature and nature, we're gonna have a little more of that. And then as that's happening, I wanna come around as many times as possible with each position. So let me know if I haven't spoken to you, weapon side, reaction side, the close quarter position perhaps, because I wanna make sure that we touch base and that you know that I'm looking at you like thumbs up so that you leave here noodling it and we do it again tomorrow a lot more. Right? So what have we proven? That you are slowing down and guessing where you need to be. You're getting in your own way of accuracy and speed. I'm doing this, okay? And by the time I get to where I want the bullet to go, I've already fired. Now I'm moving, now I'm doing a thing. Does that make sense? Perfect, come in here and do that. Good. Start where you finish. There you go. Now what are you going to do? Think about it. Now you're starting to get a feel for how far we have to go. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Once you know he's got it right.
Yeah, no, definitely. I'm gonna try that now.
You were just point shooting. So let's try to use the sight to get that ingrained, so we know what it looks like.
Alrighty.
If he's right-handed, come on this side.
Okay.
That way you can see his thumbs.
Okay.
If his thumbs aren't there, right, you'll know.
Right.
Don't watch the target. Just care about what he's doing with his hand.
Okay.
Elbow high. Left eye.
Ah, what did you do? Look at his thumb. There you go. So we got to get that as the basis of what we're going to do. So don't try to go fast. What we're trying to do is ingrain the feeling of what the recoil is like against our thumb. Does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, try it. Pretty smooth. How'd it look?
Kind of same as last time. He was a little.
Okay. It
Not
looks
wrapped around all the
smooth.
way.
Don't think about speed. I want you to just think about technique for right now.
I don't want you to use your fingers. I don't even want you to lock your arm out.
You're not. You're a little low on your support hand. If you come around, your thumb's down here. Come around,
I think it's just how to do it.
Yeah.
there you go.
See how you
Almost like
see
you're
it?
just punching your
Can't
hand.
see
It
it?
should just naturally
Now
do it
take
there.
all of this and just let it bend down. Keep your eye
Solid.
in one part right there. Bring it up, and as soon as you see it, pull the trigger and fire. Down, up. Is the line ready? The line's ready and all that range safety stuff, so draw your gun, right? And then move around it. Move around it, right? And then think about, now I'm going to be reaction side, right? Where does pressure come from? Fire a few rounds. Get used to that. What kind of placements have I got? And then more importantly, after a reload or after a stoppage, you'll notice that we have already wired in doing something with the gun, which is completely fine. I just want you to now, when those things happen, or more importantly, what we were finding when you were doing that drill, was that when he was switching, then he was having to create that motor pattern, so to speak, but it's environmentally driven. Okay, so reaction side stuff, combat position. Do a little bit, watch your partner and switch. If you want, go load up again or not, but both people get a couple of rounds in. But don't just stand in the sun baking. Come back, think about it, let's talk, okay? But this is kind of on your own time now. The careful thing here is there's not a lot of good motor patterning on this side of the body. So watch out for safety. The great thing for us is it's way easier to train because there's no motor patterning there. So you'll get shit hot and awesome way faster. especially if you happen to be using your dominant eye with your non-dominant hand. I like that cadence, man. That was good. Yeah. You're done when you were
I felt better.
It's a kill shot.
Ready?
Dude, what's your game?
Watch the target. Never mind. Alright, what about now?
Last one. Oh.
No, it's aiming the ID. So all three of them.
Give me my.
Hey guys, thanks for tuning in. We are closing out today, but we will be back tomorrow, so stay tuned for part 2.
You chose the brownest target on that entire range.
It's friendly fire.